Up to help drive your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program today. Minimum purchase required. Earnings and paint rewards awarded as Lowe's e-gift cards. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Valid through 12/31/22. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change. U.S. only.
Inspiration 1680 WOKB. It's your man's Glenn Allgood. Faith walking, love talking, joy living. It is Get Up Mornings. 8:36 now. Man, another hot day on tap for us. But it's all good. It comes with the territory. Just the second day of summer. Man, we've got some great stuff. The best in music, the best in ministry. Right here, you're listening to America's favorite inspirational radio program. It's Get Up Mornings. We always have good guests, and you guys on Wednesdays, we always having a community corner at 8:30. Great community corner this morning. I've got the president of the National Entrepreneur Center. I bet you didn't know it's right here in Orlando, and his name is Jerry Ross, and he's here. You can see him on the screen. Say, hey, Jerry. It would be great if I know, right? Hey.
Thanks for having me in this morning.
Good to have you here. Jerry Ross is going to talk about BizLink Orange. First, introduce yourself to my WOKB listeners.
I'm Jerry Ross. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. And for the last 16 years, I've had the honor of being the president of the National Entrepreneur Center right here in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. What type of, how were you an entrepreneur? What did you do as an entrepreneur?
Well, I never met a good business idea I didn't want to try.
Okay.
So I was in a lot of different businesses, but most people know me here in Orlando from the searchlights up in the sky.
Oh, you're the searchlight guy.
We used to provide a lot of searchlights down at...
Like the laser beams?
Well, they look like lasers, but they're really xenon lights.
Xenon lights.
That were in the sky down at Pleasure Island at Walt Disney World.
We all remember.
Yes.
Because we're all Florida. We all remember. That's you.
That was me.
Okay. And so how'd you wind up at the National Entrepreneur Center?
Well, the National Entrepreneur Center was started in 2003, so we're about to celebrate our 20th anniversary.
Whoa.
After 9/11, and people were struggling, small businesses were struggling. And so our community leaders said, what can we do to help our small business community?
Okay.
And the idea was this National Entrepreneur Center, which makes it very easy for entrepreneurs to connect to resources and to help them grow their business
right
at a time when they were all struggling. And so I sure wish it had been around when I was an entrepreneur getting started here. And so today, especially when the 2007, 2008 challenges came, and with COVID, there's a center here that has 16 nonprofits, all with a single mission, and that's to help our small business community grow.
And it's right here in Orlando?
It's right here in Orlando.
Where?
At Fashion Square Mall.
No.
Yes.
At Fashion Square?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're right off the parking garage.
Okay.
So if you go up McGuire and park in the parking garage, you'll see vines and leaves and everything on the outside of the building, because inside we're growing businesses.
I like that. I like how you did that.
That's right.
The National Entrepreneur Center. Tell us about BizLink Orange. I went there, and it's fascinating.
It is.
It's easy.
What happened with our community with COVID is that people began to accept online training, virtual training and coaching, virtual webinars. And so we had always had that technology, but it wasn't really embraced like it was when people were locked up in their homes.
Okay.
And so BizLink Orange, bizlinkorange.com, is where it's the virtual version of what we have in bricks and mortar at Fashion Square Mall. But we went from 16 partners at Fashion Square to 60 regional partners that people can get access to online at bizlinkorange.com.
BizLink, that's BizLink, orange.com.
That's correct.
Yes, BizLink Orange. And you guys hooked up. You hooked up with the mayor.
We did.
Talk about that union.
Mayor Demings has been a great supporter, not only of the National Entrepreneur Center, but of our small business community. And so during the pandemic, there were multiple programs that he brought forward. One was the grant program, to give grants to businesses that were struggling, and it kept them in business.
Right.
And one of the ideas was BizLink Orange, and that was to say, how do we make these resources that are free, they're amazing acceleration for a small business available to people when they're in their homes. And so we brought in the product and launched it in November with Mayor Demings to say anyone from their home can go to bizlinkorange.com. They can download business guides and checklists to say, how do I get started? How do I get licensed? Or how do I get access to international trade?
Is it interactive?
There are some videos,
Okay.
And we're beginning to add more inventory of videos.
Okay.
There's a blog. There's a 6-county calendar, and it's as easy as people going to the Resource Navigator and saying, "Here's my business. Here's a little bit about me," and that Resource Navigator will navigate through all of those 60 organizations and say, "These are the ones that would be the most help to you right now."
Get Up Morning. I'm Glenn Allgood, and I'm sitting here with Jerry Ross. Jerry is the president of the National Entrepreneur Center here in Orlando, celebrating, what, 18 years, 20 years?
We'll be 20 years next year.
20 years right there at Fashion Square in East Orlando. Small business owners, listen up and listen well. Most of these services are free, yes?
That's correct.
Most of the services are free.
We have free coaching where you can talk about the specifics of your business
Okay.
one-on-one with a coach, which many times you don't have access to because people work for you or their family and they love you. To talk to someone outside your circle sometimes is the key to success.
How would it look? How do I start? Where do I start? If I'm a small business owner, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to your place, Jerry Ross. I need to be helped. What do I need to do?
You go to
What's
our
the
front
first
desk.
step?
Go to our front desk. That's our air traffic controllers, and they will connect you to the business organization that's there that can be most applicable to what your need is right now today.
Can I feel comfortable talking about my small business? If I don't have everything together, will I feel comfortable? Will you make me feel comfortable?
Absolutely.
If I don't have everything together, I can come to you.
I still don't have everything together, and so that asking for help and direction is not a sign of weakness as a small business person. That's a sign of maturity to say, I don't know it all, because entrepreneurship is hard.
Talk about some of the services that you offer, or some of the companies offer.
And so SCORE offers free business coaching, and that's provided by volunteers with business experience that volunteer to mentor small businesses. We have the Small Business Development Center. These are employees of the University of Central Florida, trained in their subject matter, that will coach one-on-one for free. Businesses can get advisory boards as they're growing because, and you may not know this, Orlando, Florida led the nation in job creation 4 years in a row prior to COVID.
Okay.
That wasn't a surprise for us. That was a strategy. We're growing businesses, and they hire employees.
You guys also won some awards there at the center, haven't you? Go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead and toot your own horn.
Well, first of all, our National Black MBA group won Program of the Year. They've won Chapter of the Year. Our SCORE chapter has won Chapter of the Year out of 400 chapters. Our Small Business Development Center has award-winning programs nationally. I was recently awarded the Advocate of the Year for Small Business for the state of Florida by the U.S. Small Business Administration. So it was really cool that they recognized what we're doing here as a community.
It's the National Entrepreneur Center right here, you guys, right here at Fashion Square. How do people link up with you, Jerry Ross?
So if they want to come in and see a coach and meet face to face, visit the center. It's at It's at 3201 East Colonial, which is in Fashion Square Mall. If they want to do this from their home in their pajamas, they can go to bizlinkorange.com and look around. There's lots of resources there. But you know what Mayor Demings helped us do is, if you're in a community that doesn't have access to internet or doesn't have a computer, you can pick up the phone and dial 311 in Orange County and talk to an operator who will go through a decision tree to say, here's the resource that's right for you.
Good stuff. Jerry Ross, the president of the National Entrepreneur Center, thank you so much for coming to Get Up Mornings and sharing with us about BizLink Orange and the great things that you guys do, man. Man, congratulations on 20 years. We're coming to see you, too.
I'll give you the VIP tour, and I'm also grateful for the opportunity to tell the story about what resources are here for small businesses.
Good stuff. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Let's get back to Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell.